never makes the cut on this shit. They never put red ink. They'll put red bluff even. They'll even put red bluff. Red bluff. Nobody. Who fucking cares about red bluff? They call it dead bluff. Hello. Welcome to my tube. My name is Marge. I'm a Haok empath. I just like to have these little talks and the way I feel about things. Mom and I are sharing on some grape soda. Ooh, you know what would be good, Mom? Vanilla ice cream in this. And the grape soda. A grape soda float. Yeah? You think strawberry would be better? Strawberry or vanilla? I think vanilla would be good. We'll try it. Maybe not today. Anyway, it was a day. It was a peculiar day. It had a weird vibe to it. It was just me. I just started off on the there's nothing. It's just an ordinary start to any other day. It's farmer's market day, so I actually fed the dogs early and got them all squared away so I could be at the town square by like 8:40. And I think I was just like, I was later than I wanted to be. I wanted to get there closer to 8. And so I was just kind of, you know. It was just, I felt like I was on a different track than everybody. That I was wrong. Except I did have a cool conversation. Oh, I had some wonderful juice. That's right. I was going to get us French toast. I even brought saran wrap to cover the plate to bring yours home in my backpack. Cling wrap. But the booth wasn't open yet. They were getting set up. They were just starting to get going when I was leaving. And, but I did have some apple, garlic, and ginger juice. It was good. It was so good. My body went bling. Mom, it was good. I would tell anyone that was around a place at a farmer's market where somebody had a juicer, and they offered you juices. They have a whole list of stuff that they can make into juice. I just picked those 3, and I thought it worked out real well. So I didn't buy anything today. Bought a couple of the breakfast burritos. The breakfast burrito guys, I think Pepe's or something like that it's called. They started out like in the back of a truck. Now they have a tent. They're like all settling in, getting there. I'm like, all you guys need is a couple of like misters, you know, when it starts to get hot. That'd be cool. Anyway, what else happened today? Oh, I made the candies. They didn't work out. I gotta find my own recipe. That's the thing, is I've been listening to a lot of people's recipe on how to make. Benny, that's an unordinary place for you. Been listening to a lot of people and their recipes, so I gotta play around with it. So it was a big old bust. It didn't work out real well, but it was the part that broke down was in the emulsification process, because I got this powder stuff, and the Can of Delight lady said, she said that Gorham is an emulsifier. I got this at the vitamin place, lecithin, but it's powder, and like other people use liquid, so I'm trying to figure it out. I'll get there. I will. It's not like my cookies. Like when I first made my cookies were just like boom from the get-go, you know? It's a little bit more humbling. I gotta figure stuff out. I gotta think about stuff more, so it's not gonna be that easy, but it'll definitely be worth it. I will definitely fine-tune my So, anyway, it was cool. I did have a cool conversation, met a cool dude guy. I can't remember the kid I talked to, but I did remember, I want to say the other guy's name was Vincent. God, I'm just got to get better with names. See, because I've met so many people in my life that one person reminds me of another. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people you meet, there's like, well, there's a Marge in every city, maybe. You think there's a me in every city, Mom? Huh? In every metropolitan area, there's a Marge type person. You know? You have all these archetypes that just, they all just trade places on the earth. Like chess pieces on a map. Anyway, it's just weird how people just kind of end up. I just cross paths with people. Anyway, I had a conversation with these cool guys at an organization called Veterans Off Grid. And they have Volunteer Tuesday. So I'm going to go out on I'm going to do like we did today and get up early, get everybody squared away, and then go out because it's just right out, not too far from where I live, like 4 miles. Like very, very close. And they're putting in farms and stuff like that, and they have like a little off-grid community out there. So I'm going to go offer my services on Tuesday morning and hear some stories and tell some stories. But I want to kind of really mostly just listen right now. And as far as like the community, I want to get to know the people around me. I don't need them to get, I'll just be the little workhorse. And plus it'll be good for me because I'll get out all my energy, and then come home, and then Mom said I won't have enough energy left to bitch. Yeah, so I love grape soda. Want some more, Mom? You don't like it? You don't want no more? She doesn't like drinking a lot of liquids in the evening because then she'll be up all night having to go to the bathroom, right? I know this stuff. I don't even. Well, sometimes I just offer because I don't know. Maybe she wanted some more. She doesn't. Now I know. So it was really cool. And so So I'll message them probably Monday sometime and see where the meeting place is because I know where it was at one time, but I don't know if it's at the same place every time. And then that it's just really cool because this is all I ever wanted to do is live local, and maybe bring some good karma cookies, for the medicine because that's what I want to do. I want to help people heal because a lot of people have a lot of people that went into the military. They're like me. They didn't have no other choice. I did it for a college education that I don't even use, But I was happy to tell the kid that runs the operation. I'll get his name. I'm like, well, these are the things that I have to offer, and I got blocks of about windows about 3 hours that I'm at your service, and see, that's what I do, and then the universe it comes back to me, and Mom, it comes back to both of us, right? Because then I get to go out, and it was cool because this guy, he's a photojournalist. I think he was in Operation Iraqi bullshit too. And I think Vincent was in Operation Bullshit Storm, Desert Storm. It's all just people making up stuff. There's never really ever actually any threat to us on this soil. The things we've done, it's really weird. And Zach on Gematria Effect News 22, I think. I don't know where he was live streaming from earlier, but they were talking about how the new commercials for the U.S. Army, it's like the recruiters, it's like playing a video game. It's like the new war. They're gonna have just freaking, freaking, freaking middle-aged 20-year-old dudes with freaking broken out, getting juiced up on freaking Adderall and Mountain Dew, guzzling Mountain Dew, and just remote controlled drones all over, and they'll have like private contractors of who needs to. It's just gonna get so. It's gonna get so Terminator, man. If people aren't careful. So that's the importance right now of getting good with your neighbors in your local community right now. Making friends. It's really important right now to make friends. I called this talk more than 22, because there's definitely, if there is, so I never believe anything that the employees of any federally funded agency ever say. They pay themselves to make up stories, as far as I'm concerned. There's no legitimacy and authenticity in any mission, or It's us people. It's us, like, people on the street that are really gonna be prominent factors in finding the people that are trafficking humans and doing all. It's us on the street, because clearly the powers that be have had the powers for all this time to stop it, and it's just grown to a gross cancer of this nation. And Pluto returns coming up in USA's chart, and karma's a bitch, man. Karma's a bitch. People are gonna, and see, I think that's why people are gonna start getting so ugly and so fearful and so scared, is because a lot of people, they don't got shit to offer. They really don't. Like in life, they don't have, like, even when we grew up, we were poor. Like, we didn't have money, but I had my first job when I was 15, so I could start buying clothes, and I always dressed like a clown. Got from her. And my tastes were simple, but even though, what was I going with that? But I still had a sense of humor. People still found me funny. Because my program, I watched a lot of, like, Mork and Mindy and Laverne and Shirley and Ma and Pa Kettle, and I remember the stuff that came across my radar. I don't know how it happened. I found the most obscure stuff would find me. Weird stuff. The stuff that my spirit has been drawn to experience in this incarnation. It's just like, what? I remember walking into a room. I was like 12 years old. First time I saw a snuff film. And then later again, when I was probably 22. And then after that, I guess I put off a good enough vibe that I let people know, dude, I ain't into that shit. I don't, I guess turn it off when I walk into the room, kind of thing. Because it's traumatizing, dude. And I knew when I was 12, 13 years old, the first time I saw one, I was like, that's what happens to all the people that disappear. I'm like, this is the shit that happens to all the people that are on all the milk cartons, And it's not like it's not like the freaking wino drunks in the freaking gutter that are hobos, that are roaming the streets. No, it's these freaking secret societies. It's these hush-hush societies. It's these, oh, but look what I got on you societies. And you're going to act how I want you to act, and you're going to do what I want you to do. And I wonder if Zach has ever seen that Umbrella Academy, because that show is based on a reality where there's all the woo-woo life force, kundalini energy, all the Mist in the Sky are playing out on the mini screen because everything the old is new again and vice versa. But an Umbrella Academy, it's totally scripted. It's a scripted reality like the Truman Show. Everything's scripted, you know. I just go along. I just go along to where freaking God, whatever gets us here, because we got here from freaking YouTube chats. That is how I found this place to live from Oregon. We ended up in Arizona, which was hell on earth. That was like some purgatory for me. But I learned valuable lessons there. Good girl. And then we found this place in northern New Mexico. You mad about it? I don't think there's anybody out there. I don't know what it is. It's you, not them. I'm just glad she's feeling better. So hopefully Tuesday I'll have a cool report about hanging out there if things work out alright. I don't know. I don't even know what day it is now. Saturday. I know I've been getting way up about 2, 3 o'clock every morning. And I'm really tired of doing that. Somebody said, I need to get 8 hours sleep. I'm like, oh, that's so cute. I was like, when's the last time I got 8 hours sleep? Oh, I think it was 2016. I think that's the last time I got 8 hours sleep at one time. I like getting up early because it's so cool. And it's so quiet. And the day has so much potential. And so much promise. And so much possibility. You just like you hear the birds and it's the crickets still. And then the traffic starts picking up. And then it stops. Bless you. And then I think we started turning on air about 1 o'clock here today. It's starting to get warm. But it's doable. A couple of the dogs, they'll pant for a little bit and then I'll make them go in the big front of the big fan. And then they calm down. It's just whenever, dogs get older, just like human beings, we all get more and more sensitive to temperature. Do you feel like that's true, Mom? Yeah? But still, it's cooler here. I guess it's getting hotter. It gets hotter here now than it ever has before with the man-made weather bullshit agenda. The weather is different, just like in the winter here. They don't get as much snow as they used to. They used to get like 2 feet of snow in the winter here. Now they don't. And so now there's an article, because everybody, that's what the dun story of the season. Shasta Lake. It's going to see lows for, I was low like this in 2007, I think. I remember it hasn't been that long since it's been low. But it was pretty low going into the season. So we'll see. But Hoover Dam, they're saying that one's real low. It's like the need for that's about going away. It's just like the world is definitely changing. So are people, it's going to be interesting to see how adaptable people are. Yeah? Mom and I, we can be pretty, as long as we're together with all the animal critters, cat included, as long as we're together, we're okay. Yeah? Some people, they don't got nobody, But that's what's cool about, maybe the possibility of making some friends in these clubs and stuff like that is that, I would love to see a conference of some sort, a rally of some kind. But I wouldn't know what the genre would be, for just like truth speakers and truth seekers. And I would love it if Zach came and did a deal on freaking gematria and Key Jin, about her observation, I think about it because I used to go to freaking conferences and stuff like that, listen to freaking people, with like 12. I think the biggest one I went to, there's probably maybe 1,400 people on like the popular night, like Saturday night or something, where people just share their experience, strength, and hope. People that are just trying to be a little bit better than they were yesterday, but not as good as they could hopefully be tomorrow. People are gonna have a lot of shit to get past and that have gotten through. Whether they've done it with the help and aid of a community, or they've done it, through God, their direct connection, or they've done it through whatever means. If you're still on this planet, embrace that every day. I think that, I think it said Guru that said that about 1 million people a morning don't wake up with the sunrise, as the world progresses. And Mom is always grateful for every day that she's alive. I sometimes get too busy and caught up in the daily present moments and forget, but at the same time she reminds me. So I'm not in forgotten mode for too long. So yeah, I got a lot of ideas that might, make things better in a community. And, it would be cool to be part of a community. That's what I wanted to do in Redding, but Redding wouldn't have me. Redding's like, no. Redding, California was like, nope, we're done with her. And that's what I was like, dude, I thought my brother was like important. Nepotism has never worked in my favor. Never worked for me. But we're supposed to be here, huh? Your Mom loves it here. You like it here a lot. Mom, she really does. When it cools down, we open up everything up, and it's just nice, cool breeze. It doesn't stay too hot. It gets hot for about, I don't know, 5 hours, 6 hours is what we've noticed so far. But that in the mix, I think because like in bigger cities, all that heat is just contained in the concrete, and all the power that's pulsing through the concrete and stuff for air conditioners and stuff like that. It just makes everything hotter. Like today, I was it today? I think it was today, coming back from the farmer's market. I was looking at somebody. I was like, that's why I couldn't ride a motorcycle. Because it's so hot. I remember it's so hot from the engine, and I'm hot. And on a motorcycle, oh, I just would not think that would be fun for me. But I would probably die. Someone would hit me if I was on a motorcycle. That's other people's fun stuff to be had. You know what? I'll float on a raft going down the river. I better hurry up because evidently the Rio Grande's drying up too. It's just like, if they make the weather, why don't you just make a whole lot of rain all year round, whenever it's needed? Because that goes against the program. That goes against the storyline, So, but people, if, you start living chill in your local communities, and if you live in a city, just like, the people in your city blocks, in close proximity, stuff's getting weird, man. Girl got attacked. She was just skateboarding, she got attacked. People are just on all kinds of freaking spirit voiding drugs and alcohol and just out of their minds for whatever reason. People are unhinged. You always got to be ready. You know? Just listen to your guts. Listen to your guts. You know who is for you and who is not. If you're, I don't know. That's the thing, is people are going to find out real quick what is bullshit and what is not. Mom's been teaching me discernment my whole entire life of what I believe to be true. Yeah, in my imposed reality, the reality that was imposed to interesting stuff. So anyway, I couldn't have had my life that I had then. I would not be the person that I am now if it were for that. And I wouldn't have so many skills and things to bring to the table in a small community like I do. You know what? You gotta go without to learn. So even if you go without, you can make life somewhat comfortable. Oh, I'm glad. Mom, see? This is why we hang out. Kasahari says that their mom has been gone 11 years and listening to our interactions brings them joy. Yeah. Yeah. Huh? 11 years. And I talked to a lady earlier today, and she has a very strong connection with her father now from the afterlife. He's been gone, what did she say? 17 years? You know? You know? No. No, that's the thing is, God, oh man, it has not been a path that wasn't trudged to keep us all together. It has not been easy. So far, we got one more place, and that's what's cool. I was looking at the face button Instacrap deal at the veteran off grid to see what they're about and stuff like that, and I don't know. I'm always cautiously optimistic, because we've lived all over, and I've been looking for people that are just, that I think are fun to hang out with, that think I'm fun to hang out with too. That don't look at me like, what the fuck is she talking about? You know what I mean? They give me blank looks. I get a lot of blank looks. So, this might be, it's promising. The story will continue. Yeah, and then I get to go out and take all these pictures, and then I come home and I show Mom all the pictures that I got of all the stuff when I went out and help people on the farm and stuff like that. Plus, it's a good workout. I've been today. I'm I need to not lift weights today, and I didn't. I just don't, because they're in the bathroom. So I'm I might as well just do a set here real quick, because I'm not really doing anything else. And it's funny. Somebody in the square. I didn't see him the last time. I didn't see him today. He's like, you need to start working on your forearm muscle. And I'm like, I'm working on it, and I have been working on it. So all it is a rock. Anyway, you know how they have the. I was thinking about that. I was like, yeah, they do spoof mock, and they have mock characters that are based on actual people. Those men that just like they act like it's like they're in their 40s, 50s, and they still act like they did when they're like 7, 8 years old, 9 years old. Well, I'm one of those in the female tomboy version. That's what I just. I said it's like I'm a woman child. I just want to have fun and like I don't know. I'm trying not to eat so much sugar. That's why I'm trying to do uh like the gummies and stuff like that. You're in Mississippi? Ton of rain. That's rad. See, in my father figure, the dad I picked, not the one, yeah, the one that, yeah, Mr. Iski, he rotates corn and soybeans back and forth. He's fifth generation Iski on this farm. Anyway, I'll probably give him a call tomorrow. Yeah, well, if it's about a week or so, week or two, since I start like, oh, okay, I gotta call him and see what he's up to, or he'll call me. It's funny. He's a Virgo. He is September 1st. Anyway, so we always talk about the farm and the weather and the soil and him fixing the farm equipment. Cause this guy, man, I would love to freaking upload his freaking mechanical freaking ability. If that's where the world's headed, that'd be cool. If you could just like download somebody's mechanical aptitude, consciousness wise, would that be a terrible thing? I would have to think about that ethically. I wouldn't want nothing else. But you can't control what would slip through and what not. Anyway, I dig farmers. They're freaking. That's what I was like. You know, I would like to be able to buy a little piece of property and do what they're doing on Veterans Off Grid and just have a place where people could come and pass through, you know, and share stories, eat some really, really good food. Like the last Volunteer Tuesday, they all sat down and ate together fried avocado tacos. If that doesn't sound good, my stomach didn't just start eating itself. Yeah, they're so good. I had one time at a place called Voodoo Taco in Omaha. A avocado taco. It tastes like an avocado. It just with this. I don't know how to describe it to you. They're good. Yeah. So I'm glad that people are getting lots of rain. Benny's gonna want to go outside, huh? Benny, what are you doing? Benny, make good choices. He's going in the bathroom. Mom, you staying pretty cool in here? Yeah? I have this freaking AC that's back here blowing. It goes right at her and Sassy too. And Benny likes to lay next to her, and then you get the dog zigzagging all the way across. But it works. I think it's cooler. We didn't have this stuff in Oregon. All we had is fans, and it got hot. One time, that was weird. That was like a freaking crazy. I couldn't tell you what the astrological alignment was, but I was just like, something weird was gonna happen. I just knew it. So what was it gonna be? And the power went out, and it was like the hottest day of the year that so far, and it was like 98 degrees, and so I stood at the front door and fanned for with a 10-minute break in there that I stopped to let the dogs out because it started getting cooler outside. So I put them in the backyard, you know. Then I brought them back in because it was so hot. But I freaking just that's how I fan the front living room for you and the dogs. And then meanwhile, the lady that lived across the street fell down. She liked to drink a lot. And it was hot, so that's not a good combination. It's so bad. Anyway. And I didn't see her for months. I didn't know if she died. I didn't know what happened to her. And then when she did come back, they freaking sold the lady that lived there. It was a weird time. It was just a weird time. Weird time. But you know what? It just feels better here. And I think it has all to do with the fact it's same longitude from where directly south. Mom was born in El Paso, Texas. So it's like the longitude from where Mom is, plus it's my plus or minus 2 deal, is that like people are energetically like drawn to ley lines and cities and states and ideologies and all that by frequency. Anyway, and then it's the same. It's I think I was born in latitude 3415 San Bernardino, and this is like 35 point something. I don't remember what the other two, but it's like real close to being the same latitude as San Bernardino, so it kind of feels like that vibration. Okay, this is where I landed on this fucking rock. This portal. This crazy freaking... God, man, this freaking planet is just weird. And the stuff that people buy, the stuff that people buy into, the stuff that people believe. I mean, every year that the freaking calendar goes around, and the more as the days go by, the sun goes up and down. I'm exposed to more and more knowledge. And then like when things come up like the 4th of July or Christmas, I'm just like, how can people even contribute to this bullshit? I just don't. It's hard. It's hard. But I do believe I am coming across more like-minded people that might feel the same way I do. And if they don't, well then it's worth a shot. And I'm still I like helping people like make connections with other people and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like since we moved around so much. There's people that could do things that I could recommend. Stuff like that. I got some ideas. So anyway, I think I want a couple of bites because I should just show people this. Thank you to one of my Earth Angels. Mackenzie Limited. One of the Earth Angels from the tube sent these. Mackenzie cheesecake praline cones. So, I was going to bring these down to the coffee shop for the coffee shop crew. Because there's 3 boxes and there's no way I can't, she gets them and then lets me share, and then I asked her if I could share. And she doesn't mind. So look at these things. Very decadent. I should eat it with my pinky sticking out. My pinky's sticking out. So I was talking to a gal, just an instant message real quick, because like I that's how I know people from, I just reach out to people. If I have some kind of a connection with the human being, I'll send them an instant message. Sometimes they'll message me back, and every now and again. I have a lot of one-sided conversations though, and so and like people that are building their houses right now, because she's just at this one gal last night, she's just at the end of it. And but I asked her, I was like, how are supply chain issues right now? How's that going? She's like, it's been a nightmare. And she's at the end of it. And I know people like in different places that we've lived, you know, that are starting the process. And it's like, it's going to get interesting because freaking people keep getting greedy. And like they're driving their prices up, and plus it's people don't want to work because they're making more money on unemployment. So, you know, stuff isn't getting made. You go to the store, there's empty shelves all over, and people just, you know, you live in a big city, and people just think that stuff is just magically appears. They don't. People aren't driving trucks. You know, infrastructure is gonna start breaking. You know, broken bridge, freaking fucking will make people in Oregon and Washington in a real bad mood. Broken, or anywhere. It's rural areas. So that's why it's like, dude, evidently people have said, I keep hearing this more, Mom, that like when the world's gonna end, that Taos is the place to be. Taos, New Mexico. And then I want to see if the library's open to see if I can find a book to find out what Mom's dad, Robert Stinson Yoakum, he at one point was a mayor in a city in New Mexico. Mom doesn't remember the name of the city, and I don't ever recall anybody ever saying it in my presence. But I always just heard about how he was a mayor and how he owned a grocery store. And so I'm gonna see because I'll see if the library opens up and see if I can find some sort of record, because that would be cool. Yeah. See, I don't even remember knowing like their birthdays. We have his flag, his memorial flag. He was in the Korean bullshit war. It's just all made up, man. It's all so a freaking few guys can go on vacation and play golf in exotic places, and it's so terribly, terribly gross and bizarre. And I'm gonna keep envisioning a world where that stuff and it is gonna burn itself out, and just because the people aren't, the readiness isn't there. It's just not. The readiness isn't there. Yeah. Well, plus, you know, if there's ever another world war, the people aren't even fit enough to freaking, but all these new cops got all their freaking $50, $60, $70,000 new vehicles, and watch, they just got all these new vehicles, and they've been promoting it and pushing all the electric. So now that they're going to be like, oh, for sustainability, let's get all the freaking city employees, state employees, and freaking emergency personnel electric car, and it's just like, dude, it's always about buying the latest and greatest for them, but they never sustain what they have, and they waste shit and all that stuff. I can't wait to see go away. I can't wait till it all goes away. So I'm not gonna eat this on. It's so good. I want to bite into it, but I don't like when people, like when I'm watching people do videos and they start eating. It's like you wanna. Oh, don't mind us. I just think he's kind of rude. It's like, people don't need to see that. They don't want to see that. So anyway, I think that's about all I got for now. It's a promising day. I got the water jug out again. The old trusty, tried and true 5-gallon water jug with the turn valve spout. What? And I went and I filled it up for the first time, and I saw it's only like $1.50 for a big old bag of ice. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna get. That sucks because I think about all this shit I left in Oregon sometimes, and I'm like, stop thinking about it. It's gone forever. You know, don't do that to yourself, Marge. But I'll get another ice chest and have an ice chest, and so we always have a bag of ice. Then we have extra freezer storage because God is good and plentiful, and we get people that have us send us stuff, and. And plus, I like to have ice water or ice in my water sometimes, or ice in my soda. I'm a chomper. Colder. And then I could put ice in the cooler too, because it's crushed enough that it would fit in the little spout. Yeah. So, whoa. Praline cones dive. Praline cones dive. Mom likes them too, but we could. That's just like I could. They're so rich, man. It's like I'll eat half of one tonight, and then I don't even know if Mom wants to bite. You want to bite, Mom? Yeah, she doesn't even want. There's a point in the evening that she doesn't want to eat anything or drink anything because she doesn't want to be up all night. Hi, Stacy. I was just showing people my cheesecake praline cones. These things are freaking. Stacy, they're closer to you. They're probably local to you. McKinsey Limited. I can't remember the website. One of those. It's like Swanson's for the swanky. Swanky. For the pinky outers. For the, I don't know, the upper class. People with a higher budget. People that pay less taxes. You can't even say that, the desire to be in a higher tax bracket is the reality of it is because you get into a bracket that's high enough, you don't pay taxes. This Bozos guy, he freaking he got a 4,000, he's been bounces around the richest man on the planet, and he accepted a $4,000 tax credit for his kids back in, I can't remember the year. It's all bullshit. It's all... And people gotta see that this whole planet is scripted bullshit. They gotta see it. They gotta find a reason to make this planet worth living. Because too much gross shit has happened on this earth in the name of greed and power and prestige and swinging wieners and all this gross shit. And it's time to do stuff different. It's time to bring Turtle Island back, I'd say. Bring back Turtle Island. That's what they called this great land that we stand upon prior to the colonists coming over and wiping out about 80 million people down to about 600,000, or 60 million down to about 800,000. I always get those numbers backed up. I did a video about it a couple years ago. Just people killing people just to kill them, just to kill them, just to take their stuff, just to, because they can, Just people do crazy things when they aren't coming from a God source. When they have their own source or other sources and are serving other gods and deities and things like that, nothing good from that ever comes, ever. So anyway.